Well, hello, friends. Welcome back to the show. Today, we're going to do something relaxing. It's going to be some GUI stuff, and I had this idea while I was using the file manager today that something here is missing. And what's missing is a folder icon right here. I feel like that would be such a good, tasteful addition to this text box. And likewise, it would make perfect sense here to show a fav icon, I think, in the text box, because then currently we only see fav icons if you have more than one tab open, because then we show the tab bar, and then the tab bar has the fav icon. But we could show a fav icon in the text field here as well. But file manager is really the first place I wanted this. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to sketch it out to see that it would look reasonable. So we'll grab a screenshot, and then I'm going to impress you with my super GIMP skills. So first thing we'll do is we'll just select this stuff right here and move it to the side a little bit. Something like that. And then we'll also grab a folder icon. Oops. And wait, what am I doing? Oh, here we go. Slap that into place. I'm not sure that this turned out exactly perfect, so maybe we will just nuke the background of this thing so we can move it around freely. And likewise with this guy. Okay, and then we would just do something like fill that in. Okay, so now we can move this stuff around. Not you, you. Maybe you would come over here, something like that. Something like this is what I have in mind. I think that could look really, really neat. I'm not exactly sure about the spacing, but I feel like that's something we can just work out as we go. Maybe we would have this amount of spacing, right? And then this would... I don't know. I mean, this is the sort of thing that needs to be tinkered with, but I think it looks really, really nice this way, so let's make it happen. So I guess what we'll want is for the GUI text editor widget to be able to have an icon associated with it. So the icon will only be relevant if you're a single line text editing widget, but the text editor actually implements both single and multi-line editing, so it's all the same class. But we'll only show the icon in single line mode. So first thing we'll do is just add an API for this somewhere. I don't know. Yes, sweetheart, that's true. You are indoors. It's my cat. So what are we gonna do? Set icon, const graphics bitmap. Something like that, I guess. And we can also have a getter for it. All right. And we'll just stash that down here somewhere. Like this. All right. So now what do we do when you set an icon? We will just go somewhere here, text editor, set icon. Okay. If mIcon is icon, that's an op. Otherwise, set the icon and update yourself. It's really that simple. And then I guess We could do, I was thinking we could like log some debug info if you're setting an icon on a multi-line editor, but like, whatever. Paint event. So basically, if we have an icon, we're going to have to offset the text quite a bit on the left side. So we already have this thing called horizontal padding, I thought. No? Okay, then what is the thing that we have? Padding, horizontal content padding. Right. So this is something we use. So we pad the content on both sides, both on the left and the right side, and it gives kind of a pleasant look. So essentially, wherever we are, wherever we're wherever we're doing is computations of offsets and stuff, we need to take the icon width into account if one is present. So I think we'll just say that the icon has to be 16 by 16. Does that make sense? Or how many pixels tall is this thing anyway? So it's like 18 pixels tall. We could also say that the icon height and width are symmetrical, and that the size of the icon is height of the text box -2 for both width and height. So that would allow you to like make a bigger text box. It would have a bigger icon. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it. So text editor paint event. So let's see about painting that icon. Wait, so here we go. For each visual line, and then if it's a multi-line, then this is the cursor thingy, sure. This is for spans, sure. Okay, so for each visual line, this guy iterates through our sort of laid out visual line information and fires a callback for every visual line. So if you have like very long lines that are wrapped by the editor, it will fire several callbacks for the same physical line. So that's why it's called for each visual line. So I think here is where we compute the rect of each visual line. It's computed down here, the visual line rect. So if we are wait, what is this saying? If is not multi-line, then the line rect will be centered vertically within, sure. And then we can also, if we're not multi-line and we have an icon, then visual line rect move by, and then we will move it by, I guess, 16 pixels to the right, essentially. Let's just try that and see what happens. Oh wow, that's a pretty hefty rebuild. Okay. I guess because of my header editing, but once we've done the header editing, there's much less to recompile. So let's see. And then in the paint event, so that was just for computing the rect where each visual line is, but now we need to actually paint the icons. I think we'll do that near the end of painting, maybe before the focus rectangle, or the cursor rather. So here, if is not multi-line and has an icon, then painter lit at icon rect location, let's say, the icon and the icon rect, and opacity can be default. Okay, so now we need to compute the icon rect, so that will be I guess the frame inner rect X, or well, top left. So the top left of the frame inner rect, translated by 1, 1 maybe, something like that. And then the size is going to be 16 by 16. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Okay. Oh, and then we need to actually set one of these. So, in the file manager, we have this location text box thing. So I think we'll just, since at the moment we don't have all folders have the same icon anyway, like we don't have a concept of folder icons or folder specific icons yet, but this sort of feature sort of gives us a reason to have maybe folder specific icons. But for now, we will just do load from file, res, icon 16 by 16, file type folder.png. All right. Okay. Let's see how this goes. So it's a little bit off and it looks totally broken when selecting, but these are things that we can fix. Cursor is in the wrong place. So let's see, what do we need to fix here? The offset is wrong, for example. So needs to go up. Yeah, the translation I was doing is no good. Oh wait, because I already wait. What were we doing with Painter? Were we translating the Painter? Painter translate. Oh shit, we're already translating Painter by the frame thickness, so we don't need to take frame thickness into account. Okay, so that's fine. So then we can just skip frame interact here and just start at 1, 1 like that. And I guess then we can just write this out in a slightly simpler way. Okay, and then the cursor content rect. So like all of these rects are going to have to change if we have an icon. If we have an icon, everything just moves to the right by 16 pixels, essentially. So if icon, then rect move by 16:0. Yeah. Okay. Paint event. So how do we paint the selection? Blah 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 blah. Has selection. Blah blah blah. Selection rect is selection left, which is content X for position. Okay. So in this case, not right now, sweetheart. Okay, I'll be with you later. It's not going to be too long of a video today. Well, yeah, I promise. So let's see. I guess let's see how it feels right now. So now it needs to be, something looks off about it. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more to the right, but it's my phone ringing. It's like everybody wants something right now. But I'm on a mission here to put a frickin' icon in the file manager location box. Yeah, selection broken. Cursor is in the right position though, so that's good. but clicking takes us to the wrong place. So a bunch of things to fix. Mouse down event. That would be, wait, mouse down event. Text position at, that's the guy we want. Okay, text position at a position. And he moves around a lot. So here we need to move him a little bit extra for the icon case. So if it's a single line and icon, I guess we can write it that way. Then position move by, like that. That should make all of those guys work. And then what was going on with the selection rect? How are we even computing the selection rect? I'm confused about that. Which is silly because I wrote this code, but it's not going to make me any less confused. Alright, so now we have the cursor clicking working correctly. That's very good. If I click somewhere, the cursor actually ends up where I'm clicking, so that's nice. And then selection very goofy. Okay. Wow, flashbacks to yesterday's video. I was taking forever working on selections in the browser. That was not my strongest day yesterday. But it's all good. So let's see. This is horribly inefficient. I bet it is, past me. Alright, so who is computing the selection rect and how? Selection left, selection right, okay. And selection rect is computed here. It starts at selection left, which, oops, I clicked in the wrong place. Selection left is either ContentX for position or the padding if it does not begin on this visual line. Okay, so I guess ContentX for position is also mistaken. So let's see, I guess, wait. Oh, for each visual line, it does not care about it doesn't care about the offset that I added here. So for each visual line, it now adds an offset to the rectangle. Also, this looks weird. Let's write it in this way instead. Single line. So we're adding the offset to the rect, but ContentX for position doesn't use the rect. Instead, he builds his own idea of where we are by measuring the text. All right, so what we have to do then is, wait, what is this thing? Visual line view. I'm forgetting what all these things are. Oh, yeah, right, it's a UTF-32 view, right. Okay, so X offset, essentially when we return this, we'll just apply the icon offset. So icon offset is if we are a single line and there's an icon, then it's 16, otherwise 0, and then we will just add it here. Okay, I guess I can do it like that too. Since I can't just make a variable there. I don't know about the icon in the right aligned text box case. I'm just gonna ignore that one for now. it doesn't seem like a super important use case at the moment. All right, so here we are. It's looking pretty cool, although now the cursor is goofing off. But visually it looks correct, just that the cursor is in the wrong position. I guess because now we are doubling down on adding 16 somewhere. Cursor ContentRect for position, and then he calls ContentX for position and adds his own little thing to it, but we don't need to do that anymore because ContentX for position is the canonical authority on where horizontally a specific text position is. See, I wasn't even intending to make like another selection related thing today. It's just apparently the universe wants me to do selection stuff right now. So here we are, looking very, very good. But I'm missing like 1 pixel, so I'm just gonna shoot him a little bit to the right. 1 pixel to the right, let's say. Here. Hello. Yes, I'm programming. Do you want to help? Okay. That's my cat. She's a very good cat. All right, looking downright tasteful. So that just looks so nice. And then when you select, it doesn't cover the thing. That's perfect. Oh yeah, right. So I feel like I want 1 pixel of white space after the icon as well, like on the right of the icon, so we're gonna need to add that. So maybe we'll say like, we'll put this in a helper. Icon padding, icon size plus icon padding. Plus icon padding. Yeah, that'll be helpful. Then we don't need to update in multiple places because that's a bit silly. Okay, and then I mean, this is just to keep this information somewhere. So we'll try 2 and this is icon padding. Here we're going to add icon size plus icon padding. And now I touch the header again. That's pretty good. As you can tell, I'm switching things up a little bit, doing a video in the living room. It's a bit weird. A lot of distractions here, which are not helpful, but it's also nice with some change. So I guess we can try this out. Now that is looking really nice. Man, how good does that look? So good. I love it. Super love it. That's amazing. Okay, let's try it in the browser as well. favicon. So when we get a favicon that changes, then the tab will emit on favicon change. Who reacts to that? You react to that. So what we do is we call tab widget set tab icon, but we can also do the same thing to the location bar. So location box set icon. Does that work? I think that would work. Oh wait, no, because it was a reference. We'll just amp it and then we can have it. Wait, that's not what I was intending. Oh, look at that. So when we didn't have an icon, wait. Oh shit, we're not smart enough to unset the icon when we navigate away from something that had an icon. That's a bug, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, look at that, the icon is too big. We need to use a scaled drawing thingy. So that would be in the text editor thing. So where we paint or blip the icon, we want to use draw scaled bitmap into the icon rect, right? Because we can't trust the source icon to always be 16 by 16. We have to coerce it if it's not. Maybe we should do, I feel like maybe we should do like a bilinear interpolation scaling algorithm at some point, because these jagged aliased icons that we get, like if you stretch something, it doesn't look quite right. But at the same time, it's not the end of the world. It's just, it might look nicer with anti-aliasing, I don't know. But like, look at it, it's beautiful. I freaking love it. Can we visit someone else and get their icon too? Come on, Apple, let's see that icon. Ooh, look at that icon, holy moly. All right, let's get someone else's icon. Let's go to old Reddit. See if they have an icon there. Let's get the Hacker News icon too. Wow. I feel like the browser is going to buckle under the pressure at some point. Look at the CPU go. Come on, you can do it. Ooh, look at that. We got Hacker News icon. Wow, look at Reddit. Almost looked like itself. Almost. We got a little bit of a Windows server crash. Okay. Well, we're not going to debug that right now. But man, like, we got icons. And I have to say, I think it looks super, super good. It looks good here, but it's like it looks even better in the browser when you go to some websites that have icons. What's going on here? Yeah, well, this is not the Google icon. I think I made I triggered some race there probably, where like, I think, yeah, the favicon loading is pretty racy because it doesn't associate the favicon load with a specific tab. So I think when a favicon load finishes, it would just go and update the favicon of whatever tab is currently selected. So if we reload Google, then it would work. Oh, we got a crash again. I don't know what that crash is. Pretty weird. Man. Anyway, let's make a commit because this is This is too good. Add ability to set an icon. Add. Text editor set icon. You can now set an icon on a text editor. It's only on a, let's say, single text editor. If present, the icon would be painted to the left of the text content. Let's say a 16 by 16 icon. Yeah. Show a folder icon in the location text box. Browser, show website favicons in the location bar. Yeah, so that's basically our feature for today, and I am super happy with it. So we're just going to look at it one more time and admire its beauty. Let's go to Google. Google rendering is a little off. It's because I started implementing more table layout stuff, and now it's sort of half finished. So you can see the half finished table layout here. Google suffers a little bit from that. I need to finish up table layout stuff. But today was favicon day, or text box icon day, and super happy with that. So this will be the end of today's video. If you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, for hanging out, and I am really glad that we did some little desktop polish work. We need to do more of that because it always puts me in such a good mood. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you saw something interesting, and I'll see you next time. Bye.